I am not a travel agent. I am a travel planner. What's the difference? Every single one of my trips is completely personalized, depending on the group dynamic, your travel goals, including your budget, what activities you want to do. So contact me and I'd be happy to set up a personalized adventure travel package for you. I'm John O'Toole. I am an American living in Costa Rica. Been here about 26 years. I have a Costa Rican wife, a Costa Rican American child, and I love what I do. I package adventure travel packages for American families to Costa Rica. Everything's taken care of, everything's prepaid, set up. Each package is personalized to fulfill your travel goals and make sure you have a great time, a safe time, and come on down to Costa Rica. I'd love to put a package together for you. My name is John O'Toole. I'm an American. I've lived in Costa Rica for about 26 years. John's Picks Travel Planning puts together personalized adventure travel packages for American families. Every package is fit to fulfill your travel goals, the different dynamics of each group, the ages in the group, the destinations you want to go to. So contact me and let me set up your dream vacation to a tropical paradise, which is Costa Rica. I'm John O'Toole. I am an American citizen and a Costa Rican resident. I've been down here about 26 years, and I put my heart and soul and passion into each and every travel package I put together. I put together personalized travel packages for Americans. Most of them involve a lot of adventure, a lot of fun, whether it be rafting, canopy tour, nature hikes in the different national parks, just experiencing Costa Rica, but from a local's perspective with American service, right? Come on down to Costa Rica. I'd love to help you out. A lot of people think about Costa Rica, they look at a map, they see it's a small country, and they want to see the rainforest, they want to see the beach. I personally think the best way to go about it, and this is how I set up all my packages, is to tell me your travel goals, what is the activities you want to do, and then I build the itinerary and the choices of destinations around different activities. In other words, if you want to raft, I think it's best, the best rafting in the country is in Pequari River. There's also good rafting in other parts of the country that would best fit your, for example, the travel package you choose or the destination, but Pequari River is the best. If that's your main goal, so in other words, when you tell me that's the main goal, then I build the package around that destination, making sure that's the highlight of the trip. Each travel group that comes to Costa Rica is a little bit different. For example, I put together sometimes multi-gen groups, multi-generational groups. The grandparents come, their kids, their grandkids come. And in that case, some age group want to do one activity, another age group wants to do another activity. I make sure that the activities I plan for the whole group are good with everybody. The hikes aren't too long, there's enough adventure where the grandparents can do it, but not too little adventure where the kids are going to get bored. In every destination that I include as part of your package, I provide for you my picks in each destination. That is, the best places to eat, the best places to hang out. I even offer advice on what to order at each restaurant, best places to explore, and I provide all that information when you book with me. It's a little extra special touch, personal touch, but it makes the trip much better because you get a real feel for the local culture of each destination. I am not a travel agent, I am a travel planner. So what's the difference? The difference is that a travel agent tends to put together trips that are prepackaged, they have wholesale rates, they've already booked that trip before. I put together trips that are completely personalized for each and every group. In other words, one group may want to just focus on fishing, and another group may want to focus on river rafting. Another group may want to combine both. So I make sure I include my special personal touch in every single package. All of the tours, the activities that are part of your personalized adventure travel package, as well as the properties where you stay, the lodging, the hotel, the condos, or the rental houses. I've stayed at all these properties. All of the tours and activities that are included in your personalized adventure travel package, the lodging, the houses, the condos, the hotels. I've stayed at these places and I've experienced these tours. So when you talk to me about your group and what everybody wants to do, I pretty much can pick out which spot or which tour or which activity best fits your group. I then put all the information together in a personalized travel package. You review the information. We have some dialogue. I confirm availability at the lodgings. I send you the information, send you the package, you put a deposit down, and then you pay me the final payment 60 days before you come. I get you the same rates as if you go directly to the vendors, and I have a 10% concierge fee on top of the total package price for choreographing this whole dance, because believe me, these packages, they go really smooth. I can guarantee it. When you come down, you're gonna have a great time, and I take all the headache out of having to figure it out on your own. Costa Rica is not an easy place to figure out, and so it's kind of much easier to figure it out with me beforehand, get down here, and everything's taken care of. You guys can just relax and have a good time. One of the most frequently asked questions I get is, what's the best time of year to come to Costa Rica? Well, on the Pacific coast, we have our dry season from late November until late April, which is mostly sunny weather every single day. And our rainy season, or I'd like to call it our lush season, because I really like the green season. I really like it. We get daily rainstorms, typically in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, but there's also plenty of sun, and that's from May through September. October tends to be one of the rainier months, so I tell folks, unless they're trying to really save money, because October tends to be the lowest airfares, I tell them to maybe avoid October, although October is also a good time for sea turtle nesting. So there's always a good time of year to come down here. Don't be afraid of the green season. And if you're going to book in the dry season, namely the peak weeks, which is the last week of December, first week of August, and late March, early April, mid-March, the spring break weeks, book plenty in advance. You can book airfares 11 months in advance, and you can also book lodging 10 months in advance. And then we can work out the tour details as your trip gets closer. One of my favorite things about Costa Rica, and something that I emphasize in all of my travel packages, is the rainforest. We have destinations where you can visit a cloud forest, which is a type of rainforest, but it's different than, say, a lowland coastal rainforest, which is Manuel Antonio, or the Osa Peninsula, which is a bit more remote, but an amazing destination. Monteverde Cloud Forest, San Gerardo de Dota Cloud Forest have different flora and fauna than, say, the lowland coastal rainforest. The dry tropical rainforest of the Guanacaste region is going to be different than the rainforest that's in the central Pacific coast, which is a rainforest going in transition from a dry tropical rainforest to a humid tropical rainforest. But it's also interesting because it combines flora and fauna from both the dry tropical rainforest and the humid tropical rainforest. So really in Costa Rica, there's something for all nature lovers, from the different animals you see, the howler monkeys of the Guanacaste region, the white-faced monkeys typical of the central Pacific coast. There's whale watching, which happens mostly in September, October, July, August. That can be done anywhere on the Pacific coast. There's also sea turtle. There's a season for leatherback sea turtles when they nest. There's a season for the green sea turtles. And there's fishing. There's world-class deep sea fishing. There is also world-class surfing. There's kiteboarding. There's windsurfing. There's sailing. There's activities for everyone here in Costa Rica, and I can incorporate any of those activities into my personalized travel packages. I make sure in all of my personalized travel packages to get you up close and personal with the wildlife here, the animals. Every region has a different type of flora and fauna. The fauna in one place could be, for example, you could see a white-faced monkey in Manuel Antonio. The next day I can have you in the Arenal volcano, and there you might see a toucan. One morning you might wake up at the beach on the Central Pacific Coast, say in Playa Jaco or Playa Hermosa, and that morning you see a giant 3 or 4 foot iguana walk across the hot tin roof next to your hotel. And then that afternoon you can see a whale breaching out in front of the hotel, and maybe that evening you can go see nesting sea turtles on the beach. So every day brings a close encounter with a exotic animal that maybe you've never seen before in the States. I know I've never seen a sloth in California, so. My story, well, I got down to Costa Rica in 1993 and I started as an English teacher here in the capital city of San Jose. From there I went on to become a hotel owner, bought a small beachfront bed and breakfast on a good surfing beach with a buddy of mine. And from there I learned all about operating a hotel, working in tourism, dealing with travelers from all over the world. That lasted until about 2002, and I sold the hotel and ended up moving to California, where I worked at a travel agency, learned how to package trips. From there, I came back to Costa Rica and got involved pretty heavily in the real estate market and developing properties. At the same time, I always had people asking me, where should I go in Costa Rica? What should I do? So after the 2008 real estate crisis, I sort of regrouped and started offering people personalized travel packages to Costa Rica. And I started doing it just telling people where to go, where to rent cars, where to stay. And then finally I said, I'm going to formalize this. I got all the licensing and started packaging trips, and the rest is history. I've been operating John's Picks for about 7 years now, and come on down to Costa Rica. I would very much enjoy putting together a personalized travel package for you and your family. In Costa Rica, the phrase Pura Vida is a catch-all phrase. I think the closest it comes in American English is it's all good. And it means literally pure life. En Costa Rica tenemos una muy pura vida. Venga por acá y me gustaría con mucho gusto organizar un paquete de turismo personalizado. In Costa Rica, we have a pure life, and I would very much enjoy putting together a personalized travel package so you can experience it. One of the most important aspects of the trip is the airport greeting and transfer to the beach when you get here, okay? The airport can be a little bit of a hectic scene. It's nice to know that a John's Picks driver and concierge is going to be waiting for you curbside with a green John's Picks sign. You find them, you get in the car, and you head to the coast, or you head to the volcano. When you get to each different destination, there I either have you with private transportation for your entire trip, or I have a car dropped off there, and you can have the vehicle, the truck, during your trip, and then leave it at the last destination where I have it picked up, and you get taken to the airport, because I don't really like people to deal with the rental car agency at the airport when they arrive and when they leave. Come to Costa Rica, experience a John's Picks travel package. You want adventure, you want fun, you want relaxation, and you want to stay in a nice place, I got you covered. I recently got sent a photo by one of my nature guides in the Monteverde Cloud Forest region, and it validates everything I do. It's a family with the mom and the dad and the 3 kids, 8, 11, 13 years old, standing in front of a primary rainforest tree, which is about 400 feet high and about, 100 feet wide, and it's just really, really made me feel good. Take the headache out of trying to figure out Costa Rica on your own, because what you see in the guidebooks, what you see on the internet, typically doesn't exactly catch what it is. let me package a trip for you. Take the headache out of trying to figure out a travel package to Costa Rica on your own. I get on the phone, we talk about the different destinations, your group dynamic. I put together a personalized travel package. You prepay me, you come down here, the vendors are prepaid, it's all set. You don't have to worry about a thing except relaxing and having fun. I know that you moms are looking for an experience for your kids that is something different than what they're used to. So we try to make sure you guys have nature, close encounters with Mother Nature every day, get the kids away from the screen time and experience the rainforest and the Mother Nature of Costa Rica. The experiences that your kids will take back with them to the States are experiences that they cannot get anywhere else. Where else can you be in the morning on the beach, in the afternoon in a rainforest, and then the next day at a volcano? Costa Rica is not the easiest place to figure out on your own. What you see on the internet, what you read in the guidebooks, isn't always exactly what it is when you get down here. So contact me, let's personalize a travel package for your group, make sure everybody's happy, and when you get here, it's all taken care of. Some families are looking for a hot springs resort. Some families are looking for a condominium, maybe a rental house, maybe a tree house. I have the properties and the destinations that have those properties in mind for your group. Different destinations have different types of properties. In other words, when you go to the volcano region, Arenal volcano region, I think the hot spring resorts are the best call. When you go to the Osa Peninsula, which is a bit more off the beaten path, there you can have the experience of a treehouse. When you go to the Central Pacific Coast, Manuel Antonio, Playa Jaco, or when you go to Guanacaste region, Tamarindo, Guanacaste, there I have beachfront condos, I have houses. Sometimes those are better properties for those areas. Most people have a certain animal they want to see when they're in Costa Rica that they've heard about or read about. For example, a sloth. The best place to see sloths, I think, are going to be around Manuel Antonio. Some people want to see different types of monkeys. Well, you're going to get a lot of howler monkeys up in the Guanacaste region. You're going to get a lot of white-faced monkeys in the Central Pacific Coast, Manuel Antonio. If you want to see a resplendent quetzal, which is one of the most coveted tropical birds to see in the wild, that's going to be in the cloud forest regions, Monteverde, San Gerardo de Dota. But once you get there, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to see the animals. But with my guides, the tours I set up, I ensure that you're going to have the best chance of seeing them. I'm not a travel agent, I'm a travel planner. So I go above and beyond the call of duty to make sure you have a great trip. For example, every day before the next day's tour or the next day's lodging, I send you a text reconfirming the next day's tour or lodging and telling you what to wear, what to bring. I also reconfirm it with the vendor himself, so whether that be the tour guide or the hotels. So the trip goes very smooth. I'm always in touch with you when you're here, and in case you need anything, you can always reach out to me. I got the text message flowing all the time, and also I give you local phones. You can pick up the phone and give me a call too when you're here. So I got a really great testimonial from Darren Gonzalez. He was down here in June with his family, his wife and his 3 boys. And upon leaving Costa Rica, he said, "John, we were sitting in the airport about to board our flight. I just wanted to let you know that we had a blast on this trip. We had experiences that we will remember for a lifetime. My kids said they want to come back." It's comments like this, testimonial from Dr. Ron Berger, who was here in Costa Rica last December. He told me, "John, we are back in the States. Thanks for everything. It was the most amazing trip we have ever taken." So when I get feedback from the trips afterwards in the form of testimonials, when families tell me it's one of the best trips they've ever taken, their kids had an amazing time, that kind of thing really fuels my fire and really validates what I do and the energy I put into these trips and lets me know that I'm doing something right.